Welcome to Slay the Spire 2 beta patch version 0.05. This is a massive patch with the complete removal of Doormaker and the introduction of a new boss. Let's get right into it. First up, we have 3 new Neon bonuses. Fishing Rod, every 3 normal combat, upgrade a random card in your deck. Now that's every 3 hallway fights, so elites and bosses do not count. This is very slow compared to something like a Talisman, which upgrades strike and defend your base deck immediately. This only is kind of equivalent after 6 combats, so it's a long-term Neon bonus. If the pathing in Act 1 is low value, this should be pretty decent. Next up, Kaleidoscope. Upon pickup, obtain 2 card rewards from other characters. If you ignore the other characters part, this is just 2 card rewards immediately, which is quite good on floor 1. And of course, with the other characters, you can obtain some crazy cross-class combos that's normally not possible. Finally, Silken Trees, enchant all cards in the first card reward with Glam. Glam says whenever you play this card for the first time, replay it. So basically, if you get any power on floor 1, that power gets doubled. If you get any strong front low damage card or block card, the first time you play it's doubled. It's going to be very, very powerful for the first couple acts. Should be a very strong Neon bonus. Next up, the Infused Core has been buffed. That's the Orobus Ancient bonus for the defect. So that transforms your starter relic into Infused Core. Now, in addition to channeling 3 lightnings at the start of each combat, lightning deals 1 additional damage. That's pretty significant as a damage buff. Now, lightning orb should be a lot better into the late game if you do have Infused Core. Pumpkin Candle from TED has also been buffed. It used to not work in Act 3. Now, for every 5 combats, it stops working, but you can kindle it at rest site as a rest site action, so instead of resting or upgrading. No, you don't really need to rekindle every single time. You can just keep the pumpkin not working and just rekindle it like right before a boss. So it's pretty flexible in that regard. Also, if you have Tent, that allows you to do like every rest site action. Now, Pumpkin Candle is completely ridiculous with that. Next up, Bookmark has been fixed. It used to not work with cards that's retained by a equilibrium or anything of that effect. Now it will work if you retain a card with equilibrium. Next up, let's look at the balance changes on the cards. First off, we have Blade of Ink on Silent. Add 2 Inky shifts into your hand. Now Inky used to be do 2 additional damage, so the shifts are 6. Now there are only 1 additional damage, so the shifts are 5. Sword Sage has been changed. Instead of Sovereign Blade hitting twice, it's now Sovereign Blade gains replay. So replay will trigger your counting relics like Penib, Nunchaku, and it will trigger parry twice. That's the big part. So Sword Sage parry is now a pretty potent combo. Crescent Spear has been buffed. The base damage has increased by 2. Still a pretty mediocre damage card, but it's a bit better now. Royalties Plus has been buffed. It went from 35 gold into 40 gold. I have never seen anyone upgrade royalties in my life, so if it comes upgraded with like a frozen egg, then sure. Bulwark has been nerfed from 13 block to 12 block. Still a very, very potent card, just a little bit weaker now, not too much of an issue in the grand scheme of things. Paddler has been nerfed from 9 block to 8 block. So Paddler was just like an okay block card in the early game if you really are struggling for block. Now it's a bit worse, still serves the same function. Hyper Beam has been buffed by 2 base damage. The still is not very good. Defect is really not interested in losing focus, but it's a bit better now. Also, it's a bit better if you get it on other classes. Shatter has been buffed. Now instead of evoking all your orbs, it evokes all your orbs twice, so play do cast on every orb. That's completely ridiculous. Now Shatter is one of the best rares on the defect. Tesla Coil has been buffed. The upgrade is changed. Now the upgrade, instead of saying do 6 damage, is do 4 damage, and all lightnings will hit the enemy twice. That's a pretty valuable upgrade now, especially if you combine it with the new Infused Core. Uproar has been buffed. The base damage is buffed by +1, so it's going to be +2 damage since it hits twice. It still serves the exact same purpose. It helps you cheat out like an expensive attack, or if you have like 10 copies of Uproar, you will kill everything on turn 1. But now it's a bit stronger in the early game. Now let's look at the enemy changes. The Haunted Ship in Underdogs has been buffed. Now it applies 3 weakness on turn 1, so it's a bit harder to kill it, but not a threatening enemy overall. The Soulfish boss in Underdogs has also been buffed. This move, Scream, has been buffed from 12 damage to 15. So this is the attack you and apply vulnerable to your move. Soulfish was not a super difficult boss, but this +3 damage on this move could matter a bit. Next up, let's look at the new boss, Eon Glass. So Doormaker is gone. time, this has replaced Stormmaker. It starts the combat with 3 artifacts, so getting weakness down is going to be a bit of a challenge for certain characters. And it has this passive Withering Presence buff, so every 4 non-status cards you play, add a Wither to your hand. And Wither is 1 energy status retain at the start of your turn. If this is in your hand, take 2 damage, so a burn. But if you don't play it, it's going to stay in your hand and do 2 damage every single turn. You can pay 1 energy to exhaust it. So Compact Stonks on the defect is going way up. Now, this is the first of its 3 patterns, just a big hit, 32 damage, and it's going to apply a debuff to you. We will see it on the next pattern. This is the second pattern, so on this turn, you will have the debuff from the previous turn. The Ebb debuff, lose 3 strength and 3 dexterity. Losing 3 strength probably doesn't matter too much, but dexterity -3 is pretty big, especially this is going to be the most striking turn on most runs. So it's 12 times 2, a multi-hit, and Aeon Glass is able to gain strength. This is the final move, gain 4+ N strength, blocks 33. So the first time it uses this move is going to be gain 4 strength, then it's going to be 5, 6, 7, and so on. So the longer the fight drags on, the stronger this move gets. Combined with the multi-hit, that multi-hit turn is going to be very dangerous. So you cannot really stay in this fight for forever. It buffs strength faster than the Stormmaker, so you do need to have a deck that can actually do some damage in the endgame, which is a welcome change. And that is all for the new changes in the new beta patch. Let me know in the comments what do you think about the new boss and the new Niao bonuses. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more Slay the Spire 2 patch reviews and strategy content. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.